So last weekend in November, there are Christmas trees popping up all over the place. So let's get this week's 6 sustainable tips and brands with a slight Christmassy theme. You right there? A full English breakfast is our dinner challenge. 3 easy ways to make it a little bit more sustainable. Bossing it, we're talking about the fruit and veg company, Oddbox. Tip of the week is what to do with leftover lemons. Love local. If you're interested in the macrame, then Cocoon and Me is our love local this week. How to have a sustainable Christmas tree is your questions answered. And finally, oh, fancy that, we're looking at cream for those culinary cuisines. One of the best things about the weekend is having a little bit more time in the morning to make a decent breakfast, and a full English tends to be on most people's tables on a Saturday or Sunday. So how do you make it a little bit more sustainable? Well, typically you'd have bacon, eggs, sausages, beans, tomatoes, toast, mushrooms tend to be the staple. And all you have to do really to make this a little bit better is swap your sausages for vegetarian. We like Linda McCartney. The quality of a vegetarian sausage does vary hugely. So sometimes it's worth just having a little try, like try a new one every week and then stick with what you like. I like Linda McCartney because they're tasty, and also you can buy them frozen, which means they only come in cardboard, so you're reducing plastic waste as well. The other thing you can do is swap your bacon. You can swap it for one of 2 things: for extra other stuff like beans and tomatoes and mushrooms or toast, or swap it for a product called This Isn't Bacon. Now, it's smoked and it smells really good and it's got a nice meaty texture, but it isn't bacon. So like the veggie sausage, you've got to get it out of your head. It's not going to be the same. It's just a really nice alternative. And then finally, your eggs. So best thing to do is, if you can't afford to go organic with any other item of your shopping list, eggs is a really small gap in price from crappy caged, your class A's, to questionable free range, depending where you get them from, to organic. So they are literally like another £1 maybe, and they are much tastier and better quality, and especially if you can get them local from a farm, winner. Big fat apology for the utter state of this breakfast. Everything was overdone because I was dicking around trying to film it all. We're all buying fruit and veg every week, and where we can, we try and buy loose and avoid all that plastic packaging, which is really difficult unless you've got a really good market close by, or you've got the budget where you can buy organic from local shops. So this week's bossing it is Oddbox, because they are an affordable, relatively package-free way of buying our shopping online, specifically about fruit and veg. So our next door neighbour has signed up to Oddbox, and I've seen her box. It's very nice too. And I had a good rummage around, and basically it's fruit and veg that was either a bit wonky looking, so got rejected by a supermarket, or the supermarket bought too much, and it was going to go to waste, going to go to landfill. So they literally rescue fruit and veg from big supermarket chains and then sell it to us for a decent price. You get it delivered to your door. It can be weekly. We've gone for fortnightly just to start off to see how we get on. You can have different box sizes. You can have just fruit or just veg or a mixture of the two. And yeah, they're really good. So far, so good. We got our first one on Thursday, and they deliver it at night time, so you tell them where they should leave it. So in the morning you come in and you check your cupboard, you know, oh, Oddbox have been. Vinny scruffled. Something I saw on Oddbox's website as well, which I thought was pretty mind-blowing, is if food waste was a country, it would be the 3rd biggest in terms of giving off carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases. So that is a good enough reason for me to give them a try, that plus the price. So Oddbox, you get 50% off your first box as well, and that's why these guys are bossing it this week. Seamlessly, we go into tip of the week, which is what to do with your leftover lemons. We often buy lemons for a dish and we don't need to use the whole thing, and you end up with half a lemon on the side with good intentions, but sometimes it goes a bit green and funky and you end up throwing it away. We have got a composter, but that should not be the answer to everything. Vinny, what's wrong? Come here. Come here. What's this? Come and sit with me for a bit. So, two things you can do, one of which I only learned doing a bit of research for this video, is either slice up the remaining lemon and put them in the freezer flat so they freeze properly and don't stick together, and then you can use them for drinks throughout the festive period, or any period to be fair. And then the second thing you can do is you can clean or remove those nasty smells from your chopping boards. That is it. So all you do is you add some sort of coarse salt. I put rock salt in and it was just too coarse, so just use something a bit smaller than rock salt. And then get your leftover lemon and then just massage it into the board so that you're kind of just scrubbing it through and just pulling it out. And then the lemon, you know, the mixture of lemon and salt will make it smell a little bit more fragrant. I'm going to have to do something with you. You're driving me mad. You're driving me mad. Lots of people have started buying Christmas presents. I haven't yet, I'm not that organised, but we are going to be relying on the post more than ever this year. So here is a little bit of a gift idea for you guys. It's my Love Local and they're called Cocoon and Me. Now these guys are local to me. It's Paula, and she actually featured on an Instagram live with me. And Cocoon and Me either provide already made or give you the kits to make macrame. Those are like these types of things. That's the art of knotting and almost crochet. This is a plant hanger, yet to have a plant. I really need to sort my stuff out, but was one of the most relaxing things I did during lockdown. That has a little wooden ring in it, and then you tie knots and then continue to tie knots all the way down, and then you can put a plant pot in there. There's loads of stuff you can do with this craft. You can make dog leads, you can make holders for your gym mat. You can even make little macrame baubles that sit on trees. It's really cool. It's a really nice thing to do, and all the materials that Paula from Cocoon and Me use are either natural, like wools, or they are yarn made from recycled material. And when, you know, we go back to some sort of normality, then there's some really great workshops you can do. They make those huge oversized blankets where you do arm knitting. Very cool. Cocoon and Me, that's my Love Local. It's the last weekend of November and there are Christmas trees and Christmas lights popping up all over the shop. So I wanted to dedicate your questions answered to sustainable Christmas trees, because a few people have asked me about it. And there are a few things that we can do. Firstly, we have got, look at this, da 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 da, it's only Diddy, and it doesn't sit in the bedroom, it's purely for this video, we've got a tree with roots and a pot. So at the end of Christmas, we'll put it out in the garden, look after it is the intention, and we'll be able to use it again next year, which I'm well excited about. We have tried this once before. I messed it up, so Charlie will be watching over closely how I look after the tree. Anyway, that's another story. Another thing you can do is you can rent a Christmas tree. Did you even know that was a thing? I didn't. So some companies who grow trees won't cut them down. They will simply keep them in their roots, put them in a pot, and you can rent them for the Christmas period and give them back at the end. So if you don't have any outdoor space or very limited outdoor space, this is a great way of being sustainable, not cutting and killing trees. Killing trees sounds a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. And yeah, have something you can pick up. You can pick up the same tree over and over again. And then finally, if your only option is to get a cut tree, because I think the renting market, I'm a bit late for this. I think a lot of them are out of stock now, but still worth having a look because it'd be very different. I literally looked at 3 websites. But yeah, the other thing you can do, if you do get a cut tree, then make sure that you have a look at your local council's website, and they will tell you exactly where they're picking up old trees to wood chip them and dispose of them properly. So yes, can you buy one with roots? Can you rent one with roots? Or at the very least, can you make sure that you take it to your local recycling spot when you're done? And finally, oh, fancy that, features Elmlea, the cream, double cream in this instance, where they have brought out a plant-based version, which I only just discovered. So I have been making profiteroles recently, and I am using dairy in other aspects of them, but my mission is to make decent profiteroles dairy-free. So one ingredient by one, I am trying to swap them for a good alternative. So I started with cream. I was a bit dubious, like, oh, can you whip plant-based cream? Yes, you can whip it. Will it taste all right in your profiteroles? Oh, it really does. So I'm well chuffed. It's a product that's not got dairy in it. It is wrapped in plastic, so I'm on the lookout for a cream, a plant-based cream that whips and is in something like a Tetra Pak where we can recycle it. There's a place to do that. But small victories. I made successful profiteroles with a plant-based cream. So Elmlea, nice one. That's it this week. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. We've had amazing weather down in Brighton, and I'm looking forward to feeling a bit festive later, stuffing my face with profiteroles and adding some lights to this bad boy. If you have any brands you want to celebrate or any questions you want answered, then let me know. Thanks so much. Mwah!